Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have Sam's message to his fans, friends, and family. He was eliminated last night on The Bachelorette, and now he's offering his thoughts. Not an apology, but just his thoughts. We'll play what he has to say. And if you didn't catch my earlier video, I shared that Grant is our next Bachelor. This was announced on Good Morning America. It was shared on all of the blogs. It was posted by the Bachelor Instagram accounts last night. And with all of that said, I still received this comment on my video from Krista Nicole. I'm unfollowing your channel and clicking not interested in this content. If you're going to post such an obvious spoiler, your thumbnail should say spoiler, next Bachelor announced, without a name and photo front and center. Even your guidelines say no spoilers. Kristen Nicole, shut the hell up. What are you doing? Shut up. It's not a spoiler. It was announced. Okay, let's move on. All right, I had to get that off my chest. I mean, who knows? She's not going to get the message because she clicked unsubscribe. Sam McKinney posted this. He did not get a rose last night. How dare you spoil us with this information, Dave? As tough as this was to watch, he said, and trust me, it's been a tough season for us to watch too, because it's boring. He says, I'm thankful. Jen's fearlessness in all aspects of this process showed me that it was possible for me to open myself back up after my past. Her ability to feel and respond to all of my emotions in every situation was something that I've never had. It's something that gives me hope for the future. I'm not perfect. We know. And I don't claim to be. But I do know where my heart is and the love I have inside of me. And I'm looking forward to the day I get to share that with someone. All right. And he says, thank you. And let me listen, guys. This might sound like a diss to Sam, but it's a compliment. Hold on. I don't think Sam's got a highway that goes from his brain to his mouth. And by that, I mean, I do believe him that he has the love on the inside. I don't believe he's able to articulate it. Jen's been through this before as a contestant. She knows what she wants as a lead. She's able to ask him all the tough questions. He just knows, like, Sam's the type of guy, he knows he likes pizza. He probably likes a cold beer. And he probably hasn't had to think about his love life too deeply. So I believe him. Now, you might say, Dave, you're such a sucker. Sam's a bad guy. I live in a world, my reality, where I do believe everyone's trying the best with the info they have. He's a good-looking dude. Maybe he's talked his way into a couple late-night romps in his day. Maybe he doesn't understand anything other than his love language of physical touch. But I don't believe he's a bad guy. And I'm sure we'll get comments from people saying, how dare you? He's the worst. Blah, 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 blah. No, I just think when it came down to it, his IQ, not overall intelligence, but his IQ in describing what he wants out of someone and why he likes Jen, he couldn't really do. We saw that. We call it word salad, right? He talked his way through a lot. I don't know. Maybe this isn't good content, but my take is he's just not that smart when it comes to his love life. And maybe, and again, I say this all the time. We watch this show and we go, oh, he's bullshitting her, he doesn't like her, this and that. It's got to be extremely hard as a contestant on the show. And again, I'm practicing unconditional empathy right here. It's got to be extremely hard to know the difference between liking somebody, loving somebody, and just wanting to win. Men and women too are competitive in nature. Sometimes you just want to be the one chosen because that sort of solidifies your place in the hierarchy. Oh, Jen gave me a rose. I get a dopamine rush. Dopamine feels good. I like brownies. Me want more brownies. What are the brownies? Getting a rose from Jen. I don't know if our body always can contextualize the difference between the simple pick-me dopamine rush and actual love, especially on a show where your hobbies are taken away, your work's taken away, your phones, your whole life, your family, everything's taken away in the same way that things are taken away in a cult. And in a cult, you always go, how did they partake in this cult. Didn't they know any better? And you go, well, actually, the cult provided them a purpose when nothing else would. And you could say the same about Jen's season. Jen might have provided him a purpose as the all-consuming thing he's thinking about, when in the end, that's not real love. But I don't blame Sam for not realizing that. You might. But I think anyone out there who says, oh, if I was in this situation, I would do so much better, I sign up for the show, and then we'll make fun of you when you don't. Here's what Reality Steve had to say.
You all saw the episode. You saw what he said. The guy can't speak. He can't formulate how he feels about things.
I have not heard Reality Steve's take, but I agree. And I don't necessarily mean that isn't a bad thing for Sam. I just go, look, yeah, it's not a strong suit.
Yet he made it seem like,
how funny.
Why isn't Jen understanding me? I'm being perfectly clear here.
Yeah. How does she not get this?
I'm guessing everybody that watched the episode last night, outside of, I don't know, Sam's sisters, brother, brother-in-law, mother, and father, anybody that watched last night thinks Sam is a bumbling idiot. Really do. And as I mentioned in the open, did you see what Sam did last night? 4 seconds after the episode ended, he had a live video that he recorded earlier in the day talking about, thank you for all supporting me. Thank you for doing this. It was a rough.
By the way, I didn't see the video. Is this a video? Oh my gosh.
You guys.
Oh, it's a video. Sorry, let's play the video.
So my time on The Bachelorette is over.
Whoops.
And I really just want to take this time to say thank you. And I want to start at the top with Jen for showing me that I was capable of loving again after my past. That's something that I'm extremely grateful for. I wish that I was able to truly show how I felt in that moment right there. But
so he's frustrated that he didn't truly get to show how he feels. Look, I get it. We've all been there. We've all been there afterwards going, dang, I didn't even mention the part about that.
Love that I carry it's visceral, it's instinctive, and it's beyond description. And it just
clearly
didn't work in that setting, and that's okay. I really want to say thank you to my castmates. I made friends that I will hold on to forever. And for the fans that have still supported me through all of this, thank you, because that was not easy watching. So y'all's kindness has gone so much farther than what you know for me and for my family.
Wow.
And to my family,
emotional.
I love you guys. Thank you.
Wow. Hey, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I don't know what you guys want to, if it bleeds, it leads. He's the worst. This guy's, let's cancel him. He's got to go. No, it's okay. He did his best. It wasn't that good. What worked for him in the real world didn't work with Jen. Didn't pass her sniff test, and he didn't make it to hometowns. Do I think he consciously said he loved her to manipulate her? No, I don't think it's conscious at all. I think we don't even realize the tools we use to win situations. And Jen blessed Sam with the ability to, to know that it wasn't going to work. All right, let's just finish off with what Reality Steve was saying. Go check out Steve's podcast. Of course, it's daily, the Reality Steve podcast. He's got new album art, and he's on YouTube now.
Tough journey, but I learned a lot about myself, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I'm sorry, man, you come across so insincere because we all know you and your family have trashed Jen online in the first 6 weeks of the season.
Well, they more so trashed the production and the edit, but he's not wrong. And what Steve has shared with us, and you guys go check out his blog to go see all the details, but he shared with us that Sam, I believe, is officiating, if not is in the wedding party of a wedding that would have taken place. Now, this is in the past now, but it would have taken place when the Bachelorette would be filming their final episodes. So by that, I mean, he knew coming into this, he wasn't going to be a finalist. They still wanted him to be on the show. Maybe he would fly back for the wedding and fly. Like, I don't really know. I do think the show, if they like somebody as a castmate, you would think the show would want to be as flexible as they can be, just given this scenario that you want good talent to be there. But either way, I think you could have someone like Sam who pre-negotiates his exit before the show starts, and he says, well, chances are she won't even like me that far, so whatever. And then even if he did have a wedding he was going to attend. Look, a lot of people go on the show, put it this way, a lot of people go on the show being like, there's no chance it's going to work out for me. And then it does. And they go, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Well, but you said it wasn't going to work out. Yeah, but I had no idea. And then it ended up working out. So I reserve space for people to be able to change their opinion. If I'm Sam's family and you watch some of those trailers that made him look a certain way, I'd be mad too. But it's one of those things. You're not allowed to fight the edit. Because if you do, they're just going to slam you even worse. The public doesn't really care once your time's said and done. So if you're Sam, you might as well try to speak your truth as much as you can within your contractual obligations, and then have your redemption arc, and maybe you'll be back on Paradise. I don't know what else to say. You're not going to have less fans leaving it than you had going into it. You might just not have as many. Does that make sense? But the days of the great unfollowing and the days of 1 million followers, those are done. I mean, does he even have 50,000? Let's see where he's at after this. He was a major character on this season, and he's got 32,000. I mean, whatever. Sure. I'm just saying the currency isn't what it used to be. So take the fans, ditch the naysayers, and you'll be just fine. All right, I got more content coming your way. We have breaking news. The Golden Bachelor has released their males, their golden men they're going to have on this season, and we're going to cover that next. We'll see you then.